And y'all already know what time it is, girl. It is time for the mess. What's the business, y'all? This be your boy Scouter by Nature TV, and we're here for another episode of Yes for the Mess. And we're here to talk about T-Pain and Usher, okay? Now, earlier today, there was a clip that was released from an upcoming documentary that T-Pain is doing with the Fuse Network, and he discussed his friendship with Usher. Now, we already know that way back in the gap when T-Pain first came out in 2005 with I'm Sprung, he was heavy on the use of auto-tune. He was the one who pretty much made it popular once again for people to use auto-tune in their music, okay? And around that time, from 2005 on up to maybe 2009 or 10, auto-tune was very prominent in music or whatnot. And a lot of people came after T-Pain's neck in regards to the auto-tune. Most famous for that was Jay-Z. He came out with a whole record called Death of Auto-Tune, and a lot of people were coming after T-Pain as if he was the first person to do the auto-tune when, you know, Roger Troutman was the first person to really do the auto-tune thing. You know what I mean? So he did it way back when, and T-Pain came back out years later and made it popular. So everybody was coming down on T-Pain back in those times about the auto-tune use. Now it was told that Usher actually blamed T-Pain for fucking up music for everybody else, especially R&B, and blamed him for being the demise of it, and it sent T-Pain into a different place mentally, okay? Now I have an article here from complex.com that explains everything. I'm going to read this article and give you my opinion. And of course, you're going to speak on yours down below. Let's talk about it. After a conversation with Usher on the plane in 2013, when the Burn singer spoke bluntly and caught him by surprise, T-Pain says he dealt with a 4-year depression. In a new clip from the Netflix series This Is Pop, the singer talks about a 2013 flight he took around the BET Awards. While he was sleeping, a flight attendant woke him up and explained that Usher wanted to speak with him. Usher was my friend, T-Pain said. I really respect Usher, and he said, I'm going to tell you something, man. You kind of fucked up music. The comment took T-Pain by surprise, and he initially thought that it could have been a joke, but Usher then repeated himself, and he said that Usher then added, yeah, man, you really fucked up music for real singers. I was like, what did I do? I came out and I used auto-tune. He was like, yeah, you fucked it up. I'm like, but I used it. I didn't tell everybody else to start using it. For the auto-tune titan, as he explains in the preview clip of the show, that conversation was the very moment that started a 4-year depression for me. Of course, the conversation came a few years after Jay-Z publicly slammed auto-tune in the Blueprint 3 single DOA, Death of Auto-Tune. But the singer says that Usher's moment was the one that did it, despite not realizing so until years later. Now, with that being said, there's a clip of him speaking about this situation. I'm going to play it for y'all, let y'all hear it, and then we're going to continue the conversation. So let's get into the clip.
We was actually going to the 2013 BET Awards, and we were all in first class, and I went to sleep. I was awakened by the flight attendant. She said, Usher would like to talk to you in the back. So I got up and went back, and it was like, you know, how's everything going? Quick, small talk. No big deal. And he was like, man, I want to tell you something, man. I was like, what's good? I thought he was about to tell me something real. He sounded real concerned. He was like, man, you kind of fucked up music. I didn't understand. Usher was my friend. He was like, nah, man, you really fucked up music for real singers. Literally at that point, I couldn't listen. Is he right? Did I fuck this up? Did I fuck up music? And that is the very moment. And I don't even think I realized this for a long time. That's the very moment that started like a 4-year depression for me.
Now that was the audio from T-Pain from the documentary. Well, and I said it wrong earlier. It wasn't for Fuse TV. It's actually for Netflix, okay? Now, let's get into my opinion on this situation. Now, first of all, I'm not a fan of auto-tune either. I know a lot of people were doing it during that time, but to say that T-Pain is the sole reason for R&B music being fucked up is really a stretch. And I think Usher really should shut the fuck up, honestly, because he's a part of the movement that ruined R&B too. Let's not forget, he came out, this was 2013 when he said this to T-Pain, right? So let's just say like maybe a good 2 years before that conversation, he was out here doing Euro pop and doing all these David Guetta records for a quick hit and shit like that. So if we want to be real, you was part of the reason why R&B was not prominent anymore during that time, because you hopped on a Euro pop train trying to do anything you could to catch a damn record. Instead of making classic music that would last a lifetime, you were making microwavable hits that will only be fresh for that time and that time only. I can't tell you the last time I listened to a Usher album in the 2010s. I think the last time you made real R&B music was your Raymond versus Raymond album, and that album wasn't really all that either. And then you had a track called Oh My God that they played on the radio all day every day that wasn't necessarily R&B. Like, you was one of those R&B artists that jumped ship to do Euro pop music because it was gonna give you a cute coin and that's it. Now you're sitting up here trying to go back to your R&B roots, do a record like Bad Habits. No lie, Bad Habits is a great record. I bought it last year. It was great. It was replay all damn day. But when nobody played a record but urban AC stations. You're an old ass man now, and that's all you're going to be heard on this old people land. Get over it. So you sitting up here talking about T-Pain, putting this man to a deep depression, solely blaming him for R&B music being fucked up when you were one of the people that ruined R&B music by jumping on Euro pop and abandoning the genre altogether. I don't like it when people point the finger at one damn person for a genre like falling apart, because a lot of these R&B artists that were real R&B artists from the start, they hop ship, and they, instead of trying to upgrade the R&B sound, they jump over the pop music and start doing everything that everybody else doing because they see it go #1 on the charts, instead of being trailblazers and actually being innovative to R&B music. They want to go and jump on trends. Like Usher was sitting up here trying to compete with the Chris Browns of today when there was nothing to compete with. You are a seasoned vet. Ain't no need for you to be sitting up here like, you know, competing with your sons, because that's what the fuck you were doing. Looking for Myself was a garbage album. Didn't bother to buy it. Anything after that was a hot ass mess too. So it's like, Usher, you got a lot of fucking nerve, okay? You are the last person to be talking about what somebody is doing or how somebody fucked up R&B music, because bitch, you peaked with the Confessions album. Let's be real with that. You peaked with Confessions. So if you don't shut the fuck up, I know something. I think that T-Pain is very talented. I think that he can actually sing without the auto-tune. I think that he can rap. He's a great producer and writer. He is great. I think that he should have his flowers. He's definitely great with the pen. Most definitely. I just think that Usher was wrong for that, and a lot of people fucked with T-Pain until the death of auto-tune and all this other stuff, so everybody started pointing the finger at him. Just like he said, yes, I use auto-tune, but I didn't tell everybody goddamn else to start using auto-tune. They decided to use it because it was trendy to do at that time and nobody else was doing it, so they hopped on the train. That's just what it is. And you know, there were a lot of people that was on the T-Pain hate train at that time. You know, a lot of artists, from Jay-Z to somebody mentioned Nicki Minaj at one point. That's alleged. I'm not sure how true that is. So Barbs, don't come in my damn chat saying a goddamn thing to me. I'm just telling you that I saw somewhere that Nicki was one of the people on the T-Pain train, hate train. I guess he tried to work with her and she curved him or something like that. I don't know, but that's what I read somewhere. Correct me if I'm wrong. But you know, there were a couple of artists that was against auto-tune and, you know, didn't want to fuck with T-Pain. So when he said that, I kind of felt bad for him, to be real. I really do. But you know, that's how these artists are. And honestly though, I would have cussed Usher the fuck out. You wake me up out of my sleep to tell me that I fucked up R&B music. If you don't go somewhere and suck a dick and die, like, go somewhere and sit down. But y'all, that's all I got. I ain't got nothing else to give you. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I done 3 videos for y'all for Tuesday morning, okay? But Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon. It's Tuesday morning or Tuesday afternoon when you see this. So I've been up all night doing videos for y'all, and I'm about done and all of this other stuff. Once again, let me send a special birthday shout out to a chum of mine, Bubs the God, aka Brandon. I don't call him Bubs the God, I call his ass Brandon, okay? It is his birthday, okay? He's a Cancer, okay? Okay? Turning 30 today, okay? So it is what it is. So shout out to Brandon, okay? And if you haven't followed his YouTube channel, please follow it. It goes by the name of Bubs, BUBZDAGAWD, Bubs the God, okay? Make sure you go follow him. He reviews LGBT web series such as The Come Up and Real Hot Boys of Houston. So be sure to check that out. With that being said, you guys, I'm out of here. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, do whatever you see fit. And if you want to follow me on social media, my Twitter and my IG will be below. With that being said, you guys, your boy is out of here. Until next time, I'll holler at you later. Peace out.